What is up, guys? MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be doing some more Crusaders of the Lost Idols. Now, basically we are on, let me just pull it up here, the Superhero Spring event. Now we're on tier 1 right now because I obviously didn't beat the entire thing last time, but don't worry about that because I'm going to be beating that pretty much over the course of after this video goes up and into the following day. So the next video you're going to see us acquiring the new tier Crusaders, which they look actually really cool. Arachno Buddy. He doesn't look like a buddy. But let's look at some of his the gear here. So titanium spider web of perfect walking through height. Alright. Adds 4 additional targets to Arachno Buddy's web blast ability. Criminals walk right into it and flail around, wiping at their face and neck. Sounds gross. Heals all human or non-human Crusaders for 20% of their max health every second. Alright. Depending on which there are more of adjacent to Foresight. So I can foresee that being really good as a legendary right off the bat, especially if it increases what's already there. So we'll have to see. This web blast is every 5 seconds Arachno Buddy fires at a random monster for 200% DPS. That's pretty good too. 200% of their DPS or 200% of total DPS. We'll have to test that out. So we've got some new chests. We're obviously going to be buying them, as is the tradition of buying chests. And really quick, before we actually get started, go ahead and drop your comments down below for the giveaway. I want to talk about that right now, before I forget, and right at the beginning of the video so you guys actually know. So really quick, now that we've continued, I want to talk about the codes and the giveaways and all that stuff. And how we're going to be working that. So it's come to my attention that a lot of people have actually been having difficulty with saying that they don't have the codes, that there's no codes there. The majority of the people, though, did have their problem solved when I showed them how to access and where to find their codes. A lot of people were like, oh, okay, there the codes are, like you said, and that's, you know, problem solved. But there are still a few select individuals that are still having trouble saying there are no codes there at all. I do want to mention that if you are on mobile, okay, you will apparently, according to some people, you will not be able to actually access the specific things. Creator Studio, I guess, just isn't there on the mobile version. You do have to go to the desktop version, which you can do on your mobile device. You just have to select at the bottom of the screen desktop version within the app, I believe it, and it'll bring up the internet browser. And then you can do the same thing that I showed you how to do. It should work just the same, okay? However, for those people that are really having difficulty beyond that, okay, if that still persists, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to episode 49. That was a 2-code episode. I'm going to give the rest of the codes out for the people that I haven't commented to yet. Move on to episode 50, give the codes out there. That's a 1-code episode, and pretty much after that's a 1-code episode. And then 51, and I'll do the same thing there. Now, I'm going to try to do all that before this video comes out, but either way, the majority of people that are commenting are going to start seeing their codes pop up, or at least I'm going to start sending these codes out. Now, give me some time, okay? But let me know in the comments of this video, all right? This video or the following one. If you're, and hopefully, specifically this one, so I can actually, you know, put this into place. But, you know, let me know in the comments of this video if that is still a problem, if you're still not seeing codes in the inbox section where I showed you guys, and you're actually going there. Like if you're on mobile, you go to desktop version and you go there. If you're still not seeing codes, what we're gonna have to do is go back to the old version where we were giving away the codes like every video, but it was not to every single person. It was a random giveaway where I was doing essentially a raffle where 5 individuals that had their names on a giveaway list, which is still ongoing. Anyone that wants to be on their list, all they have to do is comment, you know, I want to be in the giveaway. You specifically do have to comment that. That way I know that you want to be entered, because there are some people that just don't want to be in it. You know, they just want to watch the videos, which I totally understand. You know, you don't want the complex stuff, but if you want to be in it, you can drop your comment down below now. You can, you know, I want to be entered in the giveaway. Now, you can do that once per new video. That's how we were doing it before, and essentially I was selecting random winners based on that list. Now, if you do win, your entries will stay there, but your entries will be deduced by half, okay? They'll be divided by half. So, for example, if you win, you're gonna, and if you have 10 entries in that list, okay? Then your entries will go down to 5. Now, you will get the codes for that, but essentially the way that I've devised it is the more that you win, the less likely you have a chance to win again, because we have to have an opportunity for some other people, you know what I'm saying? And I'll do the math. I'll see what essentially, I guess, adds up to with the amount of codes we have left, which is still a lot. But I don't necessarily know whether or not I should give away 5 codes per person that wins or 10 codes per person that wins. Now, I'd like to do 10, but keep in mind that we're going to be doing all of the Crusaders campaign. I'm still really interested in doing that, as well as all the future events and everything. And there's probably going to be multiple videos on all that stuff. So you'll have to let me know, I mean, I'll have to let you know, rather, what it adds up to. If you know, whether we can do 10 codes a person or 5 codes a person, because I'm going to be doing 5 winners each and every video. That way I can get to as many people as possible. I feel like that's the only other way to really do this, to say and have it kind of be similar to giving 1 code away per person that comments on the video. Like, that's what I really wanted to do. But if it ends up we can't doing that, or if it ends up that we can't do that, then we're still going to go about it the other way and tweak it a little bit to make it more, you know, so that it can get to other people. You know what I'm saying? I actually have a lot of rubies. Now, there's 2 things I want to talk about here. One, I'll talk about missions in a second, because that was the second thing I want to get to. But one is we have a lot of rubies, okay? As you guys know, the way that you get this, or get, I guess, you know, legendary catalysts is by opening up jeweled chests. So what I'm going to do, because I've been really grinding the campaign off cam, a bunch of uninteresting ones, you know, ones that are just get to area 200 with this limitation. This is really baby ones, okay? And I've been getting a lot of, you know, of these, you know, these gems or jewels or whatever they're called, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep stacking that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a set of chests, just a random, you know, $10 set of chests like I would normally do. It's going to, you know, I'm just going to, it'll be a random video at another time, okay? And then I'm going to open them all in one video. It's going to be a big chest opening. And I honestly think it's going to be a lot. I've only done a few missions and we're already at 1,300 points. And that means I could buy 13 chests, okay? And that's not even including, I could be doing these, but I'm not. I should be doing these. And that way I can build slowly over time even more stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we have 3 missions to complete. Remember, last time we did get a jewel chest, so we have one ready to go. And I will save that for the chest opening as well. I won't open that right now. But we have 1 legendary catalyst. Now, this was a 90% chance. And this was a 91% chance. So I really hope that we don't get, you know, literally dominated. Please. Okay, we got our jewel chest. What I'm really concerned about is the catalyst, though. Please don't do it to me. 90%, don't do it to me, man. Alright, good. I forget. Is it a new week? I forget when I did this. Let me know in the comments. Does the week relap from the moment you spend your idol? Or from the moment you spend your legendary catalyst? Or does it lap on a weekly basis, like starting Sunday or Monday or something? You'll have to let me know so we can really maximize these things. So we can begin looking through some of these people's items here. So what I want to do is look through, starting at some of the people that I wouldn't necessarily use, and we are going to go through every variation that I have. I think this will really be useful for some people because a lot of people don't have all the Crusaders I have. Now, I don't have every single Crusader, but I have a lot. So it'll give a good kind of overview of, you know, maybe what some Crusaders can and can't do, and what their epics can and can't do. And I do have a lot of epics on some of them, as you can see. So this will be really interesting. All right, guys. So moving forward with this, we're going to look at some of the characters, just as we talked about a little bit ago. Now, full disclosure, I did take I had to stop the recording and then restart. So if anything seems different, that's why. So we're going to look and we're going to essentially go through each character slot. So this might take a little bit, but I'm going to try to be as quick as possible while not missing any information. So we're going to go through each character slot and look at each person, and we're also going to swap, okay? So we're going to start with good old Bushwhacker, the breadstick kid, as we like to call him. Looking at his epic here. So let's go ahead and craft a legendary. Fantastic Bush Slicing Sword of Amethyst. Okay, well, it honestly looks really cool. So he's definitely evolved from his breadstick, we'll say that for sure. Increase your critical click chance by 8%. Increase your critical click chance by 1%. Now, I wonder how good that ends up getting. And by the way, it is a new week, so I should probably go ahead and spend my catalyst now, but I'm really unsure what to spend them on. Maybe we'll find out through this these upgrade process, because I'm gonna have to look at all the epics. But right now, I'm kind of torn. Do I actually start spending it on my DPS Crusaders? I don't necessarily want to, because I don't have a problem with DPS. But we'll see what I end up wanting to do. So let's go ahead and move on. So that's the only one he's got for now. Alright, moving on to Robo Rabbit. He also only has one, and his is a golden epic gear. So we craft the legendary. Let's see what it does. Increase the effect of Robo Rabbit's wind-up bunny ability by 300%. I'm not too sure what that is. We'll have to look. Increases the effect of Robo Rabbit's clicking capacitor ability by 100%. Clicking grants you 1 stack of the wind-up bunny buff. Each stack increases your DPS by 2.5%, max 25 stacks, lasts 15 minutes, and this buff is removed if the Robo Rabbit. Okay, so that's actually kind of useful. Stores 20% of your DPS over time as stored click damage. 5% of this stored damage is expelled with each click. Damage is only stored up while your Robo Rabbit is alive and in your formation. Alright, well that's actually really good. Now we're on Jim the Lumberjack. Good old Jim, okay, served us so well for so long before he finally kind of became a little bit obsolete, but he's still a very good Crusader, especially for those of you that don't have him. Or I'm sorry, especially for those of you that don't have the other Crusaders. Very good Crusader, really, really good. So he's got 2 epics right now. He's got a super friggin' sharp axe, that's gonna be awesome. Dwarven Forged Axe of Slaying? That thing looks so sick. Increases the base DPS of Jim the Lumberjack by 1.2%. Increases the effect of Jim the Lumberjack's sharpened party ability by 100%. That is going to be really good, actually. Because sharpened party, if I recall correctly, let's see. Yeah, so it increases the base DPS, why does it keep moving, of Crusaders in the same column as Jim the Lumberjack by 50%. So that was one of his original abilities that made him so alluring, and that's why I used him a lot. Now, he wasn't the best DPS Crusader after a little while, because eventually I got the Witch very early on. The Halloween event was very early on in the game's life cycle, and I got that pretty quickly. Now, I kept using Jim because of his plus 50%, but over time, formation combinations like Groglog and the Elf Girl really kind of shone through. And now, of course, not even the Witch is the top dog anymore. We have the Clown. And it's weird because sometimes the Witch is really high, and then other times the Clown's really high. And I notice they trade places a lot, but when I get really, really late into their levels, the Clown dominates pretty significantly. So it's a little bit of a strange little thing there. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we are actually on the Arachnobuddy. And I'm glad I ended up being on this one because I'm almost done with it, but I'm glad I ended up on this one because I found this a little bit funny. He's called Arachnobuddy, right? So somehow he's a spider buddy, okay? It says every 5 seconds, Arachnobuddy shoots one of your Crusaders with a web blast, damaging them for 50% of their max health. That doesn't sound like a buddy to me. He's not starting off well with you know, building up teamwork and all that. Cashmere Cap of Unsustainable Deforestation. That does not sound healthy at all. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 80%. Increase the effect of Jim the Lumberjack's buddy system ability by 100%. Now, what does his buddy system do? Increase the base DPS of Jim the Lumberjack by 100% when a Crusader is next to Jim the Lumberjack. Huh. So that, of course, honestly, that goes up to like, what, 800% eventually, before going to level 5. All right, so moving on. Pilot Pam has none, and she's not that great to begin with. Veronica the Archer is who I actually have been using starting out, but no epics on her end either. So Sally the Succubus has 2 out of 3, so let's look at her. Familiar Whip of Nibbling Agony. I bet you anything, the legendary is going to be crazy on this one. Love Taser of Erotic Tasing. So she moved from whips to a taser. That's pretty hardcore. Increase the base DPS of Sally the Succubus by 1.2k. That's really good. Increase the base DPS of Sally the Succubus by 20% per male Crusader in the formation. And I'm pretty sure we have quite a bit. Really what I'm going to be doing is the formation that I currently use, I'm going to be going ahead and doing their legendaries and everything. And then I'll start to branch out to the people I don't use so I can kind of maximize my whole Crusader list. But starting out, that's definitely my plan. Just so the formation I'm familiar with using is as powerful as possible. Infuriating... Wait, what? Why infuriating? Infuriating Perfume of Infinite Lovers. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 80%. Increases the base DPS of Sally by 100% when at least 4 Crusaders are adjacent to her, and that will increase as well. And there's usually at least 4 Crusaders adjacent to her. And very, very few scenarios that I don't do that. But then again, Sally, you know, I don't really use her too much right off the bat, but she might become more beneficial later on. So Groglog, and this is someone I'm excited about because I use him religiously in my formation with this particular thing for his edible receivers. So this is going to be great. So obviously it doubles the effectiveness of the edible receivers and then increases the effect of Groglog, the Orc's defensive team ability by 100%. That was a little disappointing. Okay, I was really hoping for a bit more for that, but unfortunately that's not what we got. I was hoping it would also increase edible receivers. That would be nice. Okay, that would be really nice, but unfortunately, no. And both of these do not increase edible receivers, so I'm assuming the last epic gear that I don't have, which is the football thing, that's probably the one that increases edible receivers, and that's the one I'm missing, so that's a bit unfortunate. So, Emer Werewolf, Dripping Blood Crystal epic gear. Here we go. Tear-infused Blood Crystal of Were Souls. I don't think there's been a more BA legendary gear item name at all. This is clearly the most like ridiculous awesome one. So it doubles his DPS currently from what he's got. Increases the effect of Emo Werewolf's Lone Wolf ability by 100%. Now this is his only epic, so we're gonna look at what that Lone Wolf ability does. And the reason I'm doing this is not just for me to refresh my memory, but also for some of those people to see what exactly that does. Rather than just reading the card, we can see exactly what it increases. Okay, so Lone Wolf. Oh, here we go. Increases the base DPS of Emo Werewolf by 200% when there are no human Crusaders next to Emo Werewolf. Now this is a little difficult to do because I do have a fair and substantial amount of human Crusaders, so it's a little difficult to maneuver him in a reasonable position, but this could get really good. And Emo Werewolf, for a lot of people, is a good DPSer for them, okay? Karen, the cat teenager, she has absolutely nothing, and I can craft slots for her, so I will be doing that. You can craft, like, think the common and uncommon slots right off the bat. But yeah, right now we're just more concentrated on looking at the stuff. So, ooh, oh yeah, we got this a little bit ago here. Turns into full plate helmet of pointy purple power. Yeah, I like this a lot better, actually. It's weird how it goes from a bat helmet to this. So it doubles the bulwark ability, increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 33% for each Crusader in the column behind Sasha. And again, and this is one of the core Crusaders if I'm not mistaken, so if you don't have a lot of Crusaders, this could be really good. Alright, decked out cowboy hat of the Lone Wanderer. Increase the base DPS, doubles that. Increase the base DPS of human Crusaders by 100%. So that would actually be good. I think it's either Kisleblip or Billy the Smithsonian has an ability like this, and this would definitely help out a lot. Remember, Witch and Clown are both human Crusaders, so this would be really good. Jade Imbued Promise Ring of Lost Love. Increase the DPS, doubles that. Increase the base DPS of the washed up herb by 25% per supernatural Crusader in the formation. Any Crusaders that have abilities like this that are base Crusaders are great for people that don't have a lot of other Crusaders. You know what I'm saying? People that just started the game or whatever it might be. The washed up hermit, if I were to get that legendary, would definitely be the way to go. So that's very interesting. So let's go ahead and swap the Serpent King Draco here. Let's look at his. Let's look at this ability first. So Golden Scepter of Slithering Gems and Jewels. That thing looks sick. Increase the base DPS to 1.2k. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 20% for each human Crusader in the formation. That's another one, but it's not as good. You know, it's not as good as the other one. So Washed Up Hermit would definitely be the guy to go to if I was worried about increasing my other Crusaders' DPS, maximizing them rather than him. So yeah, so let's look at the Glowing Sun of Snake Idol of Secrets, which kind of looks like hardened poop if you ask me. You know, shiny poop anyway. This looks a bit more realistic. Scaly Snake Idol of Eternal Suffocation. Wow. That sounds like something you want to pick up and put in your pocket. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 80%. Increase the base DPS of Animal Crusaders by 100%. Again, that would be really good for certain people. I'm not sure how good that would be, but if it's out, it is out there for those of the people that want it. Kyle the Party Bro does have a tagged magical cap of the bro. Kind of cringing a bit, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Beer keg. I'm cringing even more now. Beer keg cap of reckless overindulgence. Increases the effect of Kyle the Party Bro's mosh pit ability by 100%, and that is not a very good ability if I do remember. Mosh pit. Let's look at it. Increases the base DPS by 100% for each adjacent smashed Crusader. Man, I'll just go back to Hermit. Oh, another thing that's really good, okay, that I want to point this out before we continue. This is for future chest openings and whatnot. I do have 2 of the chests so far because I've beat the other 2 tiers, and I'm going to beat, hopefully, the rest of it and then do some free plays. Hopefully I have enough time for that. But there was a sale for like $4 to get 6 of these chests, and now I didn't really care what was in the chest. I didn't care what it was for. They look kind of cool. They look like a big golden mustache or something. Rudolph, like, evolved or something like that. He became a Super Saiyan. But yeah, I got 6 chests for $4, and I thought, oh, wow, that's great, you know what I'm saying? So that's really why I got it, because any jeweled chest has a chance for Catalyst. So that's really why I'm getting chests these days, not because of what's in them or the Crusaders I could benefit for, but because of that. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 100% when Nate Dragon is also in the formation. For me, that's not that great. Again, this is a base Crusader. Nate Dragon's a base Crusader, but in reality, I very rarely use Nate, okay? And that's not super great, but it does increase his aha ability by 300%, but that's really nice, and I'm sure that there would be another one that would increase it by 100%, and then you have to upgrade it, and it would eventually become better than that, as a bonus rather than an actual core legendary ability. But unfortunately, we don't have that. If we did, it would probably be better. All right, so I'm kind of excited about Princess's ability because I know she, this particular thing increases like all those abilities. So it doubles their effectiveness, which is nice. And then increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 25% for each Royal Crusader in the formation, which I'm not going to be having a lot of, okay, because I want the Clown's ability to be as max as possible to be super, super good. So this would be good for baseline Crusaders. Once again, a base Crusader, but not good for my particular scenario. And this is what I'm talking about. You know, as you get more Crusaders, especially Crusaders with better gear, some of the other ones are not that great to combine with other ones, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Robo Turkey. I haven't used him in a long, long time. So he's got a golden epic, bottomless ultra capacitor battery, dual chambered battery of infinite power. Wow. So it doubles the short circuit ability, increases the base DPS of all Crusaders in the formation affected by short circuit by 100%. And that increases significantly each time. So that is very interesting. We have super duper computer chip of 1s and 0s. Reduced cooldown of Firestorm, that's great. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 25% for each robot Crusader in the formation. Again, not too great. I mean, we can upgrade this ability, obviously, but I'm not sure how much better it'll get. We'll go to 50%, and then 100%, then 200%, because that's not that great. You know, I'd rather get the other one that increases, you know, anyone who's affected by this by 100%, and then 200%, and then 400%, and 800%. That's definitely a bit more appeasing to me. Billy Smithsonian, we already got his. So there's not much to see there. Natalie Dragon, though. There goes my, I gotta bring him back quick, so let's do this fast. He's important. All right, so Scaly Silken Cloak of the Big Sister. Gross. Increase all gold found by 200%. Increase all gold found by 25% for each human Crusader. Now, this would probably be pretty good, actually. Especially at full capacity, right? At like 200% is where I'd assume it would end up. Jack-o'-lantern is an insanely good defense character, so I'm very interested to see what some of these will do. Unlucky Jersey of Spiked Pauldrons, wow. So it doubles the cry for help and increases the effect of Jack-o'-lantern's cry for help ability by 100% beyond that. So this, not only does he become is he a good defense Crusader, but he could potentially be very substantial in aiding offense Crusaders. So if you are running a defense strat, it might actually end up turning around to be an offense strat at very, very late game where you're actually constantly being attacked and not one-hitting enemies. And, you know, it could definitely help you go further, because this could really help your DPS Crusaders go further than they would otherwise, okay? So that's going to be insane. Magical Hanging Chandelier of Dual Candles. Looks great. You should definitely put that in your living room. Increase all gold found by 10% for each enemy attacking Jack-o'-lantern. Another really nice thing. Kind of like a little side bonus, you know, especially if you keep maxing it out or leveling it up. But yeah, it's an interesting little thing, you know. Increase the effect of Beat the Carney's bad joke ability by 100%. This also doubles it. So ban Boxing Glove of laser sighted accuracy. Why do you need lasers to? You need lasers to punch? That's kind of crazy. But that's a cool one. It's basically doubling up on the same ability. That's great. We'll look at the bad joke and see what it does. Let's look at this one. So doubles. Oh, we looked at this one. Yeah, I still want that as a pet. Increase the base DPS of Crusaders farthest away from Beat the Carney by 100%. That is, I forgot that was an ability of his, actually. Wow. That's actually ends up being really good. All right, Jason Master of Shadows and Brutes. All right, Jason Master of Shadows. Let's check him out. Multi-bladed jelly-covered katana of decapitation. I can't wait to see what the legendary is. Let's check it out. Cloud Serpent. What? Cloud Serpent engraved samurai dagger of backstabs? Dude. Whoa. Increase all gold found by 300%. Increase all gold found by 100% when the formation is under attack. Dang it. Why couldn't it have been not under attack? That would have been fantastic. But yeah, so this seems like a really good late game one, especially considering when you get to the, when you can upgrade it like to 800% and even further. I think the last one's 1600%, 1600 or something like that. So that would be insane. But you have to be under attack. So this is a really good one for late game. It might be worth it swapping him out at a very late time with who do I normally use here? That's all I have for his legendaries. Who do I normally use? Beat the Carney. So Beat the Carney, if I'm looking for really good gold, and I'm not too worried about totally maximizing the Clown's DPS, then I could swap out Beat the Carney, because his ability is not that good, okay, for gold. That is a very good gold ability. Purple Plum of Forest Fun. Gross. Perfectly flavorful fuzzy peach of succulence. That sounds delicious. And also, how does it go from a plum to a peach? Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 25% for each animal Crusader in the formation. Again, fairly okay. I mean, it is all Crusaders, so that's not bad. But I don't use too many animals, I don't think. Increase the effect of Drizzle the Dark Elf's Inspiring Presence ability. What is that? So that's the one that I actually use all the time. So this would really be very good, especially if the bonus to this increases the Inspiring Presence. Because that will actually double, which will probably bring it to about, I don't even know what they'll bring it to. Like 75% or something. Something high. It would definitely make it higher than it is right now. And I use her every time in combination with Groglog, okay? So this is actually a really good ability to have. Increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 25% for each Elf Crusader in the formation. I don't have too many. Cursed Blood Crystal Sword of Stabbing. Wow. It looks broken. It looks broken, so I don't know how much stabbing it's going to do, except for that little pointy thing at the bottom. Artax the Lion. Good old classic Artax. Let's see what this does. Increase the base DPS of Animal Crusaders by 100%. That is good, but it only applies to Animal Crusaders. Swirling Poison Cap of Unbreakable Will. I don't know why you'd wear that on your head. Okay, Bubba the Swimming Orc. Haven't used him at all yet. What is that? Okay, I thought that was something inappropriate. Scientifically Impossible. What the... Does he just not have okay, I was like, is there like a free card here? Scientifically Impossible O2 Generating Snorkel. Whatever, let's do it. Increase the effect of Bubba the Orc's the Swimming Orc's Synchronized Swimming ability. Jesus. By 100%. Dual Snorkel of Extreme Snorkel. Wow, okay. It actually looks really cool. I would definitely rock that Snorkeler. Increase the DPS of Crusaders in the column behind Bubba by 25% for each Crusader adjacent to Bubba. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Alright. Well, I'm not really going to be using him for sure. Definitely Drizzle is where it's at. Increase the effect of Brogan's Prince of Dragons Friends of Brogan ability by 100%. Extravagantly detailed dragon tooth of princes. Wow, it looks like a dragon. The tooth looks like a dragon. So you have a dragon within a dragon mouth, which might have a dragon mouth within that. So it's an endless paradox where there might be wormholes and Nebulon sectors. Increase the base DPS of Crusaders in the same column as Brogan Prince of Dragons by 30%. That's pretty good. Is that 100% that I looked at? It is. Okay, so that's nice. That's something to consider. Later on, you know, later on. So Dark Griffin. Oh my goodness, and he's, oh god, this is, his Under My Wing ability is already boss. Okay? Increase the effect of Dark Griffin's Under My Wing ability by 100%, just so I can show you what this is. Increases, okay, Crusaders in the column in front of Dark Griffin take 95% less damage. I don't even have the legendary yet. Moving on. And increases the health of Crusaders in the column in front of Dark Griffin by 75%. This guy is imperative to a good defense formation. Increases the base DPS of Crusaders in the formation affected by Under My Wing by 100%. Wow. That's insane. Maybe instead of putting my, you know, because I had another formation idea with defense where I would have like a sacrificial lamb that we talked about a little while ago, where you'd put that Crusader in there just for shits and gigs, you know what I'm saying? However, and there was another variation of it too, I have to go back and refresh my memory, but it might also be viable if you were to get this legendary and upgrade it, so you actually put your second highest DPS in Crusader up there, because they will die if you're having problems with, you know, being attacked. They are going to die at some point, especially if they're not the first ones being attacked. But the best part about it is once they die, they're getting boosted as soon as, you know, because they're in the formation in front, which is where your defense Crusaders would be. They would be in front of Dark Griffin. You could, if you know you're about to be attacked, you could swap them out real quick with your other formation, you know, or you can swap it out real quick with another formation that's a preset or a save, or you could swap it out really quick just manually by dragging and dropping to make your second best DPS Crusader go to the front. And also, not to mention, when they do eventually die, you'll have the Pumpkin up there, which if you have his legendary, you're going to be increasing the DPS of the Crusaders that of everyone else, which of course includes your main DPS Crusader, for every single one attacking the guy, and your gold finds, as we saw just a little bit ago. So this would be insane, okay? This would be absolutely unbelievable. I don't even want to pick this, because Rocky's so bad. Anyway, Rainbow, okay, he's got a cool guitar, though. Rainbow Keytar of Infinite Songs. Increases the base DPS of Rocky the Rockstar by 20% per female Crusader in the formation. It also increases the Rockstar groupie ability by 1.2. So Snicket the Sneaky, someone we recently attained, having one legendary the thing that makes her float like some evil person. Hooded Hunter's Cloak of Extreme Parkour. Okay. So it doubles the favorite prey ability, which is nice. Increases the base DPS of Crusaders in the same column as Snicket the Sneaky by 100%. Another thing that is very nice to do, to use, maybe even instead of the Elf Girl. So if I'm not going to end up using Robo Turkey's ability for 100%, and you know that would kind of vary a bit more because it only does it to the people that are affected by the Short Circuit ability, which as a matter of fact is fairly random, especially if you have a bunch of other Crusaders around that person. You're not always going to have Short Circuit on the same Crusader. It does go back and forth and chooses random Crusaders. This one is just, you know, ironclad. If you put her next to the Crusader you want to have her with, or whatever in the column, increase the base DPS of Crusaders in the same column, then it'll increase it by 100%. And so I could theoretically, especially considering, you know, I'm pretty sure for the elf, I don't have anything as good as this. Even if I were to get it upgrades to like 800% or something, this would be very, very good, and she would end up taking the place of this. Now, the only unfortunate thing is the elf does actually increase the edible receiver's ability from Groglok. So what I'd have to do is, right now I usually like to find a slot with 2 and put the elf and the other Crusader, then Groglok behind. Maybe in the future, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll have to do elf, my Crusader, and Snicket, and then Groglok behind. Now, yes, that would split up Groglok's edible receiver ability a bit, but does it really? I mean, it's adding more, especially if I had this at 800%. Sarah the Collector, nothing. Metal Soldierette, literally nothing. And so moving on, Robo Santa. Now this, I think we already looked at him, but I need to upgrade this one. I need this specific one. I need to upgrade for sure. But I want to look at this. What does this one do? I forget. Increase all gold found by 10% for each robot. Yeah, it's kind of garbage. All right, Gold Panda has actually 2 golden epics, so this is very interesting. We will have to see what ends up happening here. So let's look at this. Omnidimensional Pocket Watch of Daylight Saving Time. Now that little bit at the end kind of ruined it. Because this is of infinite time. This is only of daylight saving time. Like, it's only during that time period. Increase the effect of gold around by 100%. That's not bad. Satin wrapped bundle of gems, golden clovers, and it's satin wrapped. It's fantastic. Increase all gold found by 100% when the formation is not under attack. Thank you, Golden Panda. I appreciate that. Have him in the formation the majority of the time, and then flip it around and have the other guy in the formation when I start getting attacked. I can have 2 different formations on a preset or saved, or just swap them out, you know, quickly. I'll maybe put them in the back so it doesn't matter whether they're, you know, whether I'm being attacked or not. Because, you know, essentially if I'm being attacked and they're the ones being attacked, I can't do it, you know what I'm saying? But if they're in the back, I can swap them out whenever I want, even if my formation's being attacked, so that's nice. Not bad. So I think Santa as a default is still better, especially with this particular ability. Let's look. He's got all epics. This could be Lyrion. Actually, I looked at Lyrion last time and I was kind of impressed with his abilities. I think this would probably be better. You'll have to let me know, okay? You'll have to let me know because essentially this is increasing an ability, where the other one is increasing gold find in general by 100%. Wouldn't that be better than increasing the ability? Because the ability, as of right now, I believe, let's take a gander. I think it does 62.5. Maybe it doesn't. It does 200% right now. Okay, so increases all gold found by 200% for each Crusader in the column in front of Robosanta. So in theory, let me know. Would it be better to increase gold find in general by 100%, or increase this particular ability? And let's just hypothesize that I have both at 800%. Okay, I have both of the bonuses at 800% effectiveness. I think is Gold Panda an original? I'm not sure. But you do get him, or her, fairly early on, in some fashion. Maybe you do get him off the bat, I can't remember. And if you don't have Santa, that's definitely worth looking into, and maybe somebody do the math for me, because I think that actually might still be beneficial, even though Santa is already a powerhouse. Let me know, okay? Let me know. All right, let's look at this. He has all epics. This is going to be very good. Oh, God. Okay. I'm getting excited. Lyrion. Okay, you're exciting me. Gross. Royal leather bound book of scandalous secrets. Ooh. All right, double the increased gold find. Increase the effect of Lyrion on the World Dwarf's golden touch ability by 100%. Let's take a quick gander at it. Golden touch. Gross. All right, increase all gold found by 62.5%. Now, the reason Santa's better in this regard is because at this current moment, he's at 200%, and it's for every Crusader in front. So that's obviously very good. And then this also increases the effect of Golden Touch by 20% for each female Crusader in the formation. That's nice. I have a few females. Kisleblip, I have the Elf, I have Witch, and that's basically it, I believe. Alright, so let's move on, okay? So that's actually really good. I can definitely see myself using that, for sure. Moving on to this one now. Crystal Decanter of Incredulity. What is it? Incredulity? Incredulity? Whatever. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 20% for each female Crusader. Okay, not that great. I'm not digging that one. But Dragonborn Coin of Legends, the Golden Epic by Lyrion. 6-sided Mark of the Royal Sun. Alright. Increase the effect of Lyrion, the Royal Dwarf's Golden Touch ability by 300%, so it doubles that, which is fantastic. And then increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 100% when Sasha the Fierce Warrior is also in the formation. Well, she rarely will ever be, because I usually use Groglog. Darn. I was hoping his gold would be a bit better. This would be good. I mean, yes, you can increase this by 100%, and again, if you don't have Santa, this is a viable alternative. So he's a good alternate. But I think right now the contenders definitely fall between Gold Panda and Robo Santa for the best Gold Crusaders in this slot. At least for me right now. Maybe in general, because this guy is all epics, and he didn't seem nearly as good as either of these guys. So interesting stuff. Okay, so it increases the DPS of Wendy the Witch by 400%. It doubles it. So right there, I think that would actually make her once again better. And then increase the effect of Wendy the Witch draw power ability by 100%, which can be upgraded and which does what again? Because all of these things increase your DPS, so I can only imagine. Draw power. Increase the base DPS of Wendy the Witch by 20% for each enemy on screen. This is very good, especially late game. Super Boom 9000 with optional airbag attachment. Lovely. So it doubles this, which is already insane. I'm gonna kind of miss those little flying things because they remind me from the things from Rayman. I know they're the thing from Quidditch or whatever it is from Harry Potter or whatever, but they remind me of the little flies in Rayman, and I love Rayman. Increases the base DPS of Wendy the Witch by 50% per Magic Crusader in the formation. Well, I have been using this guy recently, and I also believe that. Being attacked. Oh no! So, good stuff there. And now, moving on to this last one, increases the base DPS of Wendy the Witch by 25% for each column in front of her. So, putting her fairly far back as I can get her maybe, is very helpful. Molten Metal Cauldron of Burning Potions. So, she is on the fast track to being good once again. I must say, that's very good. Four-eyed Horned Megalodon of Destruction. I would literally completely just dump my trousers if I saw that. So doubles the DPS, increase the base DPS of Prince Sal the Merman by 20% for each female Crusader in the formation. I don't know how this big shark has anything to do with females, but I'll take it. Wow, what is this? Fallout causing mini nuke of Pipping? So doubles the effect of buffs received from Brute by 300%. I'm sorry, it doesn't double it, but it doubles it from what we have here. And then increase the base DPS of Robbie Raccoon by 10% for each enemy on screen. Another thing like Witch, but that's not as good as Witch's ability. Increase the effect of Fire Phoenix Heart of Phoenix ability by 300%. Increase the base DPS of Supernatural Crusaders by 100%. And I can only imagine that can be up. Scorching, I just looked at it. Scorching Tri-Feather Display of Flames? Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Alright, they kind of look like they've been dipped in Dorito powder. Increase the base DPS of Supernatural Crusaders. So I think that does fall along the lines of the Witch once again. So that's kind of interesting. I think we looked at this already. It wasn't that good. Increase the base DPS of Squiggles the Clown by 100% when Pete the Carney is also in the formation. Never mind. This is good. This is very good, as a matter of fact. That would really, really help out. I can't say that this would actually be better than all of Witch's legendaries, but it would be good. It would definitely be good, and it's definitely less expensive to just buy this one rather than the others. So we'll have to look into it, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how it will be once it's all said and done. Will Witch be the champion once again? Or will the Clown be able to overtake her with his one epic ability and possibly others in the future? I mean, if he had the other ones, he would definitely be really good. Did the tables turn yet again? They have. Do you see what I'm saying? This happens. I'm telling you, Witch is still viable. It's crazy. I knew that I saw that at some point. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Crazy stuff. And also, we're on round 341, and we are not having any trouble, like, at all. Okay, we're doing very well. Oh, Royal Yeti Fur Cape of Tantalizing Sense? Gross. Alright, so doubles the DPS of all Crusaders. Increases the effect of King Reginald's Royal Grail ability by 100%. Legendary Purple Royal Cape of Royal Purpleness. Wow. I know somebody who would like that. Freedom and Prosperity. I will look at that in just 1 second. That's also Royal Grail ability. So it doubles that. Causes monsters affected by Royal Command to take 100% more damage. Royal Command. Wow. Is this what I'm thinking it is? Royal Command. King's Command. I think this is Royal Command. It freezes all enemies in place for 5 seconds. So not only does it, and this was actually very paramount in my original strategy. So if I freeze them, you know, at later levels where I'm having trouble, I can freeze them and they take more damage while being frozen. That is amazing. That's great. Royal Grail increases the base DPS of all Royal Crusaders by 400%. Not that great, especially if I'm looking at increasing the Clown and making sure he is top dog. But then again, the Royal Crusaders are actually very good. I like Princess. I like King Reginald's abilities are actually really good in respect to these particular ones. This increases Royal Grail, and also you can upgrade it. This other one increases Royal Grail right off the bat, and then it affects the Royal Command. So really good. I can see that being super good. But the Royal Crusaders are actually quite good, okay? And the only reason I haven't been using it is for the Clown. Now, if the Clown ends up not being as good as the Witch in the end, then I will obviously keep using the Witch, and I'll be able to bring my Royal Crusaders back, which means a little bit more gold bonus if I decide to use Queen Siri, who doesn't have any epics, and that will wrap up this particular slot. We're going to swap back to the Clown and bring him back. Okay? Santa's dead. Great. The little kids don't want to hear that. Silk Palmed Pom-Pom of Palming. Let's just select it. Alright. Viciously Palmed Pom-Pom of Razors. Sounds like you want to put your hand in that. Increases the effect of Storm Rider by 200%. Nice. Increases the effect of Cindy the Cheerork's high stamina ability. Well, by 100%. I mean, gross, because gross. 100%, and increases the cap of high stamina. Okay, so let's look. Effect of Storm Rider. Let's check that, and then high stamina ability. Let's look at what that does. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 100% for each monster killed. Up to 200% resets when changing areas. That's not too good because it, they die pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Lightning imbued Signet Ring of Godly Power. Wow. That probably just topped the werewolf's little gem thing. Increase the effect of Storm Rider by 100%. Nice, and it can also be upgraded, which is very good. Extravagant Primal Spear of Camper Reduction. That sounds threatening. Increase the effect of Littlefoot's Growing Up ability by 200%. Increase the effect of Storm Rider by 10% for each point of XP that Littlefoot has. Interesting. Point of XP that he has. So the longer he's there, Storm Rider gets increased by 10%. I don't think that's nearly as good as the other one. I believe. Who had it? So if I really wanted to actually maximize the effect of Storm Rider, it would be using the original Storm Rider character, which you can actually upgrade. So this is much better than all the other ones, for sure. And I don't think either of them, yeah, they don't have, these guys do not have any epics. These guys, however, do. And I think it's just these two. So it's our last two creatures. So it took a long time. I'm sorry about that. But wow, we had a lot to go through. And this is, I think, will really help a lot of people going through all of these. So let's look. Overpowered Alien Blaster of Intimidation. That thing looks beast. I can't wait to see what the next one is. Disintegrating Gun of Human Suffrage. Wow. So increase the effect of the Alien Trader by 800%. I'm sorry, increase the DPS by 800%. Now, Kyle used this particular... Kyle the Flounder uses this a lot. Not only that, but it increases the base DPS of Kisleblip, the Alien Trader, by 100% when President Billy Smithsonian is also in the formation, which he always would be because Billy Smithsonian is just that good, okay? Unstable Fuel Pod of Alien Ingenuity. Ingenuity? Yeah. Increase the base DPS of Kisleblip, the Alien Trader, by 200% when there is 0 Royalty Crusader. What? When there is 0 Royalty Crusader in the formation? When there is 0 Royal Crusaders in the formation. And if I am, wow, whew, that actually becomes extremely good because if I'm using the Clown and I'm not concerned at all about the other DPS and I'm not using Storm Rider, and I'm not worried about or I'm not concerned at all about the other little 25% gold that woman can give me, the Queen Ciri, then this becomes very, very good. I will have to take a look at this. He can actually, especially for those people, recently we saw that Kisleblip was able to be gotten yet again. And for those people that have Kisleblip, which is actually a fair majority, there's a lot of people that don't have all the other Crusaders. But yeah, this is somebody to really take a look at, guys. This is something to really, really take a look at. All right, so moving on to Nate Dragon, the original high DPS Crusader, okay? Let's see what he's got. Unstable Dynamite, timed hydroglycerin explosive of misfortune. Of misfortune? This is just going off randomly. So it doubles the DPS of Nate Dragon. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 100% when Natalie Dragon is also in the formation. So totally free non-cursed sword. I bet you. Oh, free sword. Damn it, I'm Newt again. What the heck? Insanely cursed sword of who really cares anymore. Especially when it looks like that. Increase the effect of double dragon, both Natalie Dragon and Nate. That's good. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 10% for each point of XP that Nate Dragon has. Not as good as the other one, but this is nice. So, oh wait. Witch! Help me! Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it worked? Oh, great. Did you like the overview? I know it was a long video, and I know the announcement took up a little bit of time as well, but it had to be said because people... I don't want people getting upset about that. Like, I'm trying my best to get those codes out for you guys, and all that stuff. So make sure you're aware of that. Make sure that everything, everything is fine. I'm working things out, and we will come to a solution here one way or the other, okay? Whether it's going back to the old way or staying with this new system, if it ends up working out for everyone. But if it doesn't work out for everyone, we're going to have to switch over, and even that is fine. You're still going to get your chance in the spotlight, and when you do, you'll get more than one code. So it'll be nice, but and it'll be a daily. I'll try to make it a daily thing, so that like a an episodic thing rather than doing it randomly like I was going to be doing. I'll do it regularly so that you guys have the most chances possible from winning and winning and winning. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you're thinking about that. Let me know what you're thinking about all these Crusaders here. Did you develop any formation ideas just from, or think, oh, maybe I would like to have that guy in my formation just from using that, or just from seeing this video? Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Anything I might have missed, any theories I might have missed, leave them in the comments down below as well so everybody can get a really good understanding. Now that we've seen a bunch of epics from various characters, we can get a bunch of theories down there to further help, extend our knowledge and overall understanding, because legendaries are a new thing. They just came out, and it's really going to help for all of us to kind of buckle to, band together and figure this out together. Is sharing information and all that stuff is really going to expedite the process of us really figuring out what Crusaders are best and where and all that stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. This was really fun to do. It was a bit longer, but I really enjoyed it. It was relaxing, and I got a really good understanding of a lot of Crusaders, and actually opened my eyes to some Crusaders that I might end up wanting to use, such as Snicket and Panda and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is just a few off the top of my head that really stuck out. You know what I'm saying? DPS and gold respectively. All right, so with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. Please rate the video what you think it deserved. It lets me know whether you liked the video or disliked it. It doesn't matter what you rate it. If you dislike the video, I understand. I just want to know if you guys enjoyed. That's a really good way right off the bat to get some readings off of that. Drop some comments down below letting me know what you thought about all this stuff. That way I can also comment back. I love talking to you guys. I know I haven't been able to respond to comments recently, but I'm going to catch up. Don't worry, you're going to see every single comment that I missed will be responded to. I'm really diligent when it comes to that. I love talking to you guys, and I want to stick with the whole theme of responding to you guys with every single comment, because that's something I really like to do, and a lot of people, apparently that's a fairly unique thing as well. So I want to keep doing it. I think it's really great, to talk within the community and really inform everybody and keep everybody up, in the loop, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really good stuff. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider sharing it. It really helps me out a lot. It really gets the channel out there, helps the Sage family grow every single day. Let's upgrade these guys. Helps the Sage family grow, helps the community grow. And, you know, how could you complain about that with how amazing everyone is in this community, how, like, insanely supportive everybody is? I mean, this is honestly, I'm just going to say it, one of the best communities on YouTube. So definitely share the video, and it helps more sages join the Sage family, and that's a really awesome thing. If you want to become a Sage training, make sure you subscribe today, and as always, this has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and I will see you in the next video.